Paul was just saying it there, a very professional second half display on the back of a first half display that was ruthless.
Yeah, we were with the. I mean, there was very few chances first half, but you know, I thought that the first goal comes from really good work ethic from Amari and from Alfie and pressing well, win it back, and it's a fantastic calm finish from Alfie just to bend it in. So really pleased with that. It was one of them games where I really didn't know what to expect from Grimsby today. I didn't know what sort of mood they were going to come in. When I get the team sheet, they've made 7 changes. I thought they were good. I thought they had energy about them. I thought they were all probably showing a desire to be involved in the FA Cup quarter-final tie that they've got coming up. But I just thought we saw the game out with a really, really professional second half performance. And I'm absolutely delighted with it. It's the next one chalked off, and we've now got 12 to go.
I mean, we have to say, Thomas gave us the springboard. What a save. He's pulled that from almost nowhere because it was a surprise shot.
I mean, I thought it was a great bit of skill. I think it was Lloyd for them. He's plucked it out of the sky and volleyed it straight away. And it was a really, really good save from Thomas. Really good. Delighted with that. I know there's always grumbles and moans coming from the crowd when Thomas is involved in things which is maybe a little bit unfair, but it was a really good save at 0-0 as well to keep us in the game.
And we kept our shape throughout that first half with the disruption of Joel not being there. That's credit to the lads for that.
Yeah, it is. We had to change it a little bit. I had to go to a back four at one point because I just felt as though their left back was getting out a bit too easy, Amos, so we changed it and put Morgan to right back. And push Gibbo a little bit higher. We were just in a little bit of an unfortunate situation today that we didn't have a recognised right wing back available, and with us being at home I wanted to go positive, and that's why I started with Jordan. We were just getting done a little bit, I felt, so we changed it, and I thought we'd give ourselves a chance then. We then had to change it back again when they changed second half, but I think the players again are showing that they've got that adaptability, that they're able to change when it needs be, and thankfully it was enough to see us through.
You touched on that first goal. It is all about the pressing and battling for that possession. As soon as it's turned over, all of a sudden it's there.
Well, we've got good players. We talked about it last week on those transitions, and that's my one sort of negative comment I've said to them in the changing room, that we have to be better. We're going to continue to work on it. We're going to continue to try and improve, because with the quality that we've got with our midfielders and with the runners that we've got ahead of them, we should be a bit more ruthless, and I think we've had some real good opportunities today on a counter-attack, and that if we'd have been a little bit better we could have got more goals. But let's keep them. A 2-0 victory at home at this stage of the season is a really, really good victory for us, and I'm chuffed to bits with it.
And that second goal Joey does his bit, Mox with the pass, and Gibbo so far advanced, and it looked like the minute he got that one he was going for it.
Yeah, I mean, I kept saying to him, when you get them 1v1 inside that in and around the 18-yard box, I want you to be really positive, and I was delighted because he's been close to getting goals on so many occasions this season. I was really pleased to see that going, and I thought he worked extremely hard today. Worked his socks off, which I'm asking the players to run as hard as they possibly can in games, because for me, the harder you work, the luckier you get, the more chance you've got of winning games, and thankfully that was what Jordan Gibson gave to us today.
Both of those goals came from a 15-minute spell where it all clicked. We were suddenly playing the football, something really eye-catching as well.
Yeah, we did. We played some good stuff. I thought Alfie and Owen Moxon picked up some good positions to get balls in little pockets just off their midfielders and off their back players. Again, it was just that execution of the final one, whether it be the cross going in, whether it was a slide pass, whatever. We just didn't quite do that final bit right, but there was some real good football. And I just thought second half there was just a professional attitude to it to see the game through.
They got that chance with Lloyd, he hit the post, but other than that professional approach that you're talking about, it really was solid.
Yeah, as I say, I'm pleased with a lot of the things that we did, and I think they've worked extremely hard today against a side that were lively. They had life about them. You know, The downside is we've got a little bit of an issue with Hunt's, with his groin. Hopefully it's not too bad. I'm hoping I got him off before it got too bad. So we're going to have to assess that. But again, I thought the lads who came in all came in and did a really, really good job.
Just on Joe, was he the sickness bug that you mentioned?
Yeah, Joe was, yeah. He started on Wednesday night and he came in and trained yesterday afternoon on his own. He did some work on his own, but he's hardly eaten anything for 24, probably 36 hours. So I just felt I needed energy today. We wanted to have a real energetic performance. And I felt it was too much of a gamble to start him. So thankfully Jordan came in and did a job for us.
Did he signal to you, or did you spot something wasn't quite right?
No, he told me a couple of minutes early that his groin was tightening up. So I'm hoping, I said to him, see how you go, and he said, I'll give it a go, but see how I feel. And then a minute or two later, he just said, no, it's getting worse. So I took him out of it because we can't afford anybody getting injured at the moment. We've got far too many. So we'll just assess him as we go through the week now.
You've got Gibbo who comes in and does what he does. You've got Corey who comes on and wins 2 headers within a minute of being on the pitch. What's it like for you to have that, knowing you can trust these boys?
Well, it makes life easy as a manager when you've got players who you know can go on and do the job for you. And when I'm making these substitutions, I've got no hesitation in doing it. As soon as Hunt said there's a problem, then I'm saying, yep, Corey, you're on. As soon as I felt as though Alfie was tiring, it was a case of get Joel on, and I think Jordan Gibson showed his versatility and went into midfield. We've got a good group. At the moment, it's just not a big enough group, and that's what I want to get back to, having more players available for us.
You've got one of the division's top scorers on the bench. That's because Joe Garner is doing what he's doing, deservedly man of the match. I think everybody would agree with that. Again, what's it like to have that?
I thought Joe was excellent today. He's doing the things that I thought he would do. He's showing real nous of how to play that centre forward position. I said this a few weeks ago. I don't know what Joe needs to do to get fouls against him, because he gets battered from pillar to post and he just gets up and gets on with it. I thought he was excellent today, and unfortunately for Christian Dennis, he's going to have to just be patient and wait. I know what he can do. I know he's a goal scorer. I know what JK can do as well, but Joe and Amari are certainly doing the business for us at the moment.
Sort of, not quietly, but slightly under the radar, Callum Guy in midfield. He's just covering every blade of grass at the minute.
Yeah, Callum's doing really well. I think we've got a good mix in there with Alfie and Mox, who are two really good footballers who can see a pass and who've got legs about them and have got goals. And Callum's just given us that little bit of security, and with Callum being there, it allows our wing backs to go and get forward, and it allows John Mellish to make his runs forward as well, because we know we've got that little bit of security at the back. And one of the big pluses today is the way we've gone about it, that we've kept another clean sheet. That's 14 now, and I want more. I want more between now and the end of the season.
Another big plus, 6,000 Carlisle fans here today.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. You know, I just sense they're a bit nervous at the moment. That's the only thing I would say. They're coming in the numbers. You know, I'd really like them to make a bit more noise and really back us and give the players something to go off. And I get there's a nervousness about it, but let's be honest, they probably didn't expect us to be here. So we're third in the table before the game. I'm led to believe we've gone second tonight. We've got to enjoy this. If you can't enjoy being in these positions, we've got problems. So all I'd ask them is keep coming in your numbers, but let's be a bit noisier. Let's make a bit more noise and back the players as much as we can.
3 on the bounce. We even mentioned the blip a few weeks ago.
Yeah, no, 3, that's good. We're now got to make it 4 though. You know, we've got to, if we want to achieve anything, we've got to have a really, really solid run now. We've got 12 games to go. I want a minimum of 4 more clean sheets out of those 12 games. In the ideal world, I want 6. We've got to just keep ourselves going, keep chalking the games off, doing them properly each time they come round, whether it's a battling performance, whether it's a football performance, whether it's a lucky performance, it doesn't matter. We've earned the right to be where we are. We've got to make sure we keep pushing ourselves on.
What do you do with Tuesday night in Workington, Paul? Do you put some of these first team lads in there, or are you going to be a bit more cautious?
I will be cautious. There's a few of them who need some minutes, but there isn't going to be many of them. I just think, listen, I want to get through in the Cumberland Cup. I want to respect the competition, but we've got bigger fish to fry, and I need to make sure I've got a group that's available for next weekend's game.
Oh, thank you.